Hello, my name is Maki and I drink beer and I build motorcycles. This is my garage. Welcome back.
Kawasaki ZL600, also known as the Eliminator. It doesn't run, the battery is dead, there's shit in the carbs, forks are leaking, and basically it's a pretty shit condition bike. Let's get that engine started, see what we can do about it. I've ordered a new battery. While I'm waiting for it to arrive, I'm gonna get stuck in. I'm gonna take the carbs apart, give them a good clean, change the spark plugs, clean the air filter, maybe change it. Let's see. Let's get to it. So there we have three fundamental things I always do on the old bike. Spark plugs, you saw it, they were really shocking condition. Air filter, it was completely disintegrated. Put a new one in, not like air filter would stop the bike from running, but it was just disgusting. And carbs, surprisingly, they were clean. There was no gunk, no shit, no rubbish in it, not even dried off petrol. I took them apart, gave them a good clean, but there was nothing to clean really. Unfortunately, the footage from carbs being apart got corrupted because of my super ancient camera. It's doing it more and more often. So I'm not taking the carbs off just to clean it again because it's a pain in the ass. They're back on it, they clean, which I'm hoping is going to be working well. And I've got a brand new battery which is on the charge right now. As soon as charged, I'm going to stick it on the bike and fresh petrol. We'll see what will fire up. Let's have a look. Right, so we've got fresh petrol in the tank. It's only temporarily mounted here. Brand new spark plugs, clean carbs, new battery, fresh air filter. There is an oil in the engine. I did check. I don't know what quality it is. It's probably shit, but I'm not gonna run it for long. Let's see if it's fired up. A bit of choke. It's not bad. Right guys, good news. I'm not gonna run for much longer because the oil over there needs changing badly, but the bike is running. It's running, and this is why I love old school Japanese bikes. Look at it, it's a piece of shit, it's neglected, it's misused, it's fucking abandoned, you know, outside for I don't know how long. A little bit of simple basic things, you know, three things, you know, spark, fuel and the thing goes. Obviously hoping there's no major issues with the engine, but then all Japanese engines are pretty much bulletproof to a degree. Happy days. Thank you, the gentleman who sold me this bike and promised me it was working. I did took your word for it, and you didn't lie, the bike was working. Well, we'll see how well it's gonna work. Next step is oil change, so I can actually take it on the road and run it through the gears, warm the engine up completely, properly, and see how it performs. Let's do this. Before we start stage 2, we gotta celebrate a little victory. And here is the friend that will help us celebrate. Thank you very much. Guys, cheers. What do you think, guys, of this little bike? I know it's nothing special. Maybe it's a little bit ugly, old school big headlight, None of them modern small fucking LED bullshit hipster lights. Big headlight, it means, look at me, I'm right here. It's a liquid cooled inline 4 chopper style bike, they tried to do something different. They've done it, it's a pretty cool looking thing, very, very rare. Kawasaki ZL600, the Eliminator. I'm not trying to rebuild it to be a show bike, far from that. I'm trying to put it back on the road. I'm not gonna strip it down completely and powder coat the frame and all that shit. That's not gonna benefit any of this. I'm just trying to run it through the MOT and make some important upgrades, not upgrades, but service the brakes and service all the oils and everything, and see whether something needs replacing. Already done number of things and electrics inside, underneath the seat and all that. This is not fully custom, built. This is putting the old bike back on the road where it deserves to be. So if there's a little bit of rust somewhere on the frame, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. The obvious things I'm gonna clean up and paint, prime and paint and protect, but I'm not gonna go crazy on it. So don't expect showroom bike after I finish with it. I want this bike back on the road, MOT, and enjoying the riding number of miles to come, because it deserves it. Definitely deserves it. Right, old friend, let's change some oil and see what happens. Interesting, oil was actually pretty good on this bike. I mean, yes, it needs changing and I'm gonna do it anyway, but if you look at this, normally oil on the bike that's been abandoned like this, it's black. This oil has been changed not long ago. You can tell, it's still golden in color. So I'm guessing it probably didn't even do 1,000 miles, maybe 500 miles on it. I really don't know. The fact is, it's been standing for a while, and better to be safe than sorry, so I'm definitely changing both oil and filter. But good thing is, somebody looked after this bike a little bit, because the oil is alright. So that kind of makes me believe the internals of the engine should be not too badly worn, hopefully. Fingers crossed. That will have to do for day 1. I'm gonna end this video over here. Tomorrow at some point I'm taking the bike on a private road for a spin. I'm literally gonna just run through the gears up and down just to see how the engine performs, whether there's no further issues before I get stuck even more into the bike. And until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the new series. Rock hard, have a beer, and me and the Kawasaki Eliminator see you very, very soon.